racetrack onto pit road. That puts the field back in the hands of Jason White and Ron Hornaday. Side by side coming through the tri-oval. Green flag back in the air.
Jason White leads another lap. This is the second most laps he's led in his career. You remember back at Bristol when he led 86 laps in '09? Here in Talledega, this is the second most laps he's ever led. So he didn't want to give up that lead and come to pit road. I don't need no gas, he said.
Remember, he was very, very close to winning his first race of his career at Daytona this year. Ended up with a great top 5 finish. He's looking for that first one.
These trucks get up to speed a lot faster than the Cup cars. They have over 600 horsepower. Because of the air that they punch, or the big hole in the air that they punch. And how about Hornaday?
How about
flexing his muscles up front?
Johnny Sauter with his strategy to start from the back. He's rallying to the front here late in the going.
I don't think there's going to be any laying back here anymore.
It is a sprint to the finish now, as they will have 16 laps of racing to go. Hornaday in front of Jason White and Chris Fontaine in third in the 84.
With a big push from Kyle Busch, that truck could go all the way to the lead.
Kyle Busch tucked in behind the 84. We'll see if they do make it up to side by side with that 33 of Hornaday.
I'm sure Kyle's thinking, I wonder who this guy is I'm pushing. I hope he can hang on. It's not going to stop me from pushing. I just hope he can hang on.
A lot of wiggling going on that outside line as they work their way past the 33. Will they clear that 33 and be able to drop to the bottom of the track? They do. Chris Fontaine out in front.
Awesome job by Chris Fontaine thus far here with 16 laps to go.
Chris is just saying, can it be over? Please let it be over right now.
Rain, something, anything.
Take the picture as I cross the stripe. I've got Kyle Busch behind me, leading the race at Talledega, Ray.
When that truck won all of its races, obviously it was a Dodge. It's now a Toyota today, but the guys told me when they practiced with this thing, they would try different springs and different shocks, and they said there was only one setup that would work on this racetrack, and that's the one that came on it before they cut the body off. They tried all kinds of different things. They set it up exactly the way it's run in the past. Old freaks back at the front on a super speedway.
Feels so good for Chris Fontaine.
Yeah, that was a Bobby Hamilton truck that had so much success with Bobby Hamilton behind the wheel.
One with 3 different drivers at Daytona, as Ray told us.
Side by side back here running that second line, not making as big a move. We've got Skinner in front of him. Matt Crafton, Kenny Schrader in the 2, trying to help push that outside line.
You know, we talked about the owners' points battle at the top of the show. Right now, as they run on the track, Kyle Busch's team is up by 21 points over Todd Bodine. So Todd needs to rally. And we know how much this owners' championship means to these two organizations. They're going to battle it out all the way to Homestead. Right now, give the advantage to Kyle Busch's team.
Right now, Todd Bodine is back in this lead draft. And remember, he had to restart at the tail end of the tail end of the field here because of a speeding penalty, as Mike Skinner's pushed to the lead by Matt Crafton.
Crafton, Schrader, Eric Almirola working that outside line, trying to get the 5 up front.
Ricky Carmichael, Todd Bodine now make it 3 wide on the outside.
Ricky Carmichael again had to use the wave around earlier to get on the lead lap. Now he's 4 wide as they go through the tri-oval.
I'm a mess up here, y'all. My palms are sweating. My heart's beating. They can't keep racing like this. How are they doing it?
13 laps remaining at Talledega. Chris Fontaine still on point. Now Skinner moving on the outside. He's going to get a little help from the 88 of Crafton.
It looks like a start of the race.
Side by side all the way back. 7 rows back, 8 rows back. They're door to door.
Now here's why. This is why this is so fun. There was no way Chris Fontaine and Kyle Busch planned on working together. But that's what they're doing, and they find themselves working together at the front of the pack.
You just got to keep her straight. When he bumps into you, just try to hold the steering wheel as best you can.
You got to keep it straight. And I guarantee you, that's every one of these guys. Best idea to keep it straight.
How about that lesson coming with 12 laps of racing to go?
I'd say that message was followed by a no kidding.
Ray Dunlap.
Hey, Rick, they've sent the message to Mike Skinner 3 or 4 times on the radio. You are short on fuel, about 2 laps, not going to make it. My record showing pitting last on lap 58. So Skinner trying to be in conservation mode. Maybe he needs to tuck in and do a little more drafting.
Chris Fontaine still in front of this pack. He's got Kyle Busch all over his back bumper. A veteran like Kyle Busch knows how to bump draft. How about James Busher in the 31, and then right behind him in that 30 is Todd Bodine. Now Bodine looks to the outside. He's going to make it 3 wide to see if they can keep that momentum.
Narain Carthagena getting caught in the middle right now.
A lot of bouncing around there. 4 wide.
Skinner sees that move coming, and so he jumps out in front of the 30, trying to get a little assistance from that 30 of Todd Bodine.
See, I think Kyle Busch has decided he's happy right now, Phil. He likes running along behind Fontaine. He thinks he can put a move on him to win the race. If he can just keep everybody in that line right there, the first 5 trucks or so, I don't think he'll do anything till the very end.
You don't think these guys want to keep that inside line protected? Now they're running with half the trucks on the inside line.
You know, we saw the 33 of Ron Hornaday actually down below the double yellow line. He wasn't trying to improve his position. He was just running down there probably to get a little air on the front of that truck. But as long as you don't improve your position, as we see Skinner moving to the outside of Ken Schrader and hanging Schrader up in the inside, as long as you don't improve your position below the double yellow line, you're okay.
Oh, this is getting tense.
Or Schrader went way to the back. Now he's going to tuck in behind Narain Carthagena on the inside line.
We're having another lap truck. That's bad. It has been anyway. Oh, and it's going to be again.
Wide. Are we going to have a problem down at the bottom of the track?
Oh, I don't know how they made it through that one.
Grant Enfinger was on the inside of Johnny Sauter, and they barely came off turn 2 without crashing. This is making my makeup run.
Sauter is dropping back. We're seeing Schrader make the move forward.
Look at the run Skinner's got.
Todd Bodine got a good shove from Mike Skinner. He moves to the outside to try to take 6th away.
Greg Ghost doing a terrific job right now, running up in that 6th position.
And the left side of that truck's tore all to pieces.
How about the 95 making the move now? That's Grant Enfinger, another one of those drivers making his first truck start.
Has some ARCA experience here. Couple great runs in the ARCA Racing Series for Grant Enfinger here at Talledega.
Hey guys, there's another lap truck we're going to catch here in a minute.
I don't know if we can take it.
Look, Todd's went back to the bottom. He bailed out on Skinner. Oh, good, he quit. The black truck, I mean, he pulled on the...
Caution's out.
And the caution comes out.
Don't slow down too quick.
The 57 of Norm Benning has stopped on the racetrack. Oh my goodness. Now, catch your breath.
Now Chris Fontaine's best buddy in the whole world isn't going to be behind him anymore. Kyle Busch is going to pull up on the outside of Chris Fontaine.
Or the inside, depending on which way Chris decides to go.
I'd take that bottom line in a heartbeat. That'll put Ron Hornaday right behind Chris and just try to use Ron Hornaday for the same purposes he was using Kyle Busch. He loves Kyle Busch right now. He's fixing to love Ron Hornaday more.
17 trucks on the lead lap. We'll add 1. Yes, Timothy Peters will be back on the lead lap. 18 trucks when we restart.